welcome to my channel. If you don't know who I am, I'm Connie, I'm a wife and I'm a mother, and this year I will be 29. This will be my first ever vlog and I'm pretty excited to do this. Well, this vlog is simply to share my personal reflections, experiences and the things that I observe throughout my everyday. And as I'm learning every day too, I hope whoever is watching this vlog can get a little takeaway and hopefully too be blessed in some ways. I believe that we all have ever had the experience of being hurt by the words that other people were speaking, the unpleasant words about ourselves that causes us discomfort and awkwardness, irritation, and it becomes something uneasy that lingers in our hearts for a very long time. And on the other side of the mirror too, we had ever been the one who caused such discomfort to other people around us through our words. Now imagine this. Imagine your mother yelled at you and told you, "You know what you did was very selfish. I couldn't believe I've spent a fortune raising a daughter like you." Everybody has a different mechanism when it comes to reacting to unpleasant words. Some of you might get angry. Some of you might just break down and cry and lock yourself up in the room and thought about how sucks life is. Or some of you might just ignore everything all at once. I want us to consider different possible scenarios that will help us to open our mind. What if the person who told you that you were selfish is not your mother? Think of a scenario like, what if it's your husband? Your husband told you with a very attacking tone that you are selfish. You're so selfish, you know that. Or your friend told you with a joking tone like, "Geez, don't you think that's a little bit selfish?" Or maybe someone whom you respected very much, someone who you look up to, someone who is your role model, told you that, "I don't think that's a really good idea. Don't you think that it's a little bit selfish?" Now, how would you react each time? Big chance is we would react very differently to the same message depending on what kind of speaking tones that person was speaking with. What is that person's position in our lives? And what do we personally think of that person? So all of our reactions are affected by our prejudice of that person. But hey, my point is, aren't they all saying the same thing? Aren't those people from different positions whom you think of differently are saying the exact same message to you, that you are selfish? Now, I want us to imagine, what if the words that we heard are something nice about ourselves? Wow, your singing never fails to amaze me. Are you even human to be able to sing like that? Your church pastor told you, "I feel so blessed by your singing this morning." Now, how would you react this time? I believe that our reaction will not be so much different to the exactly same message, regardless of who said it and what's that person positions in our lives and what kind of speaking tones they were using, because they're all praises and something that makes you feel good. So here's the thing. Our pride will not let us give in to the thing that might actually hurt it, or the thing that really hurts it. Instead, our pride naturally embraces the things that boost it and lift it up. We often feel great when we hurt people, say nice things about ourselves, when our actions and the things that we do actually give a positive impact to that person's life. And we thank God that God has used us to bless other people, which is good, really. But when people were saying something bad about us, we made it about their harsh speaking tones. We made it about their attitude of speaking, and just like that, they became the bad guys and we became the victim of their words. If he said it in a nicer tone, I would have listened. Even if what she says is true, the way she said it was horrible. Of course, I'm not saying that whatever people say about us is always true. I'm saying that it is good to first listen and give ourselves time to process those words one by one, both the good ones and the bad ones. Be brave to listen and process those words. Process the words that are making you uncomfortable and figure out why are you reacting the way you were. Why are you reacting uncomfortably to the words about yourself that you have yet to prove true or not? If the bad things that you've heard about yourselves are untrue, then shrug it off. Let it go. But if the bad things that you've heard about yourself turn out to be true, or you feel like it could be true, or maybe deep down you know it's true, what are you going to do? Are you going to neglect it? Are you going to just pretend that you've never heard it? Or are you actually going to do something about it? I can't share about how people should change their tones of speaking or the manners of speaking because it is not entirely in our control. We can't change the way people say things just because that's the better way to say it. At some point, I encourage us to look past that person's imperfect ways of saying things, knowing the fact that we too are imperfect in many ways. Don't be afraid to ponder on those words that were breaking you and find out the truth along the way as you go. You're strong enough to look beyond your pain and discomfort and figure out the meaning of what has happened. Don't deny your feelings and leave it unevaluated. It can drag you a long way to the bottom, and as long as you are comfortable down there, you'll never think about swimming up to the surface. As someone who has been in both sides, as someone who has felt hurt by words from other people, and as someone who has hurt other people with my words, I eventually learned that God can speak to me in many ways. God can speak to me through whoever He wants to, in whatever ways, in whichever ways He wants to. Sometimes it's more than possible that He speaks to you through your difficult situation, through the people that you dislike, through the words that hurts you, and through the things that break you inside out. The remaining question is, are we actually listening? Or are we unconsciously choosing what we want to listen to and what we don't want to listen to? Or are we choosing who we want to listen to and who we don't want to listen to? How many of us actually have the humility to thank Him for revealing our imperfections, just like how we thank Him when He uses our gifts and talents to bless other people? Can we ever be equally grateful and thank God just as much in both opposite situations in our lives? At the end of the day, I encourage us all and myself to be brave to first listen without prejudice, and then give ourselves time to process the words, and then ponder on what we have heard, find meanings in all of that, and be courageous to face what you have found. Thank you for watching, and God bless you.